Present.
Reed.
Present.
Olivia Smith.
Present.
Hagenbook.
Present.
Casimiro.
Present.
Callis.
Present.
Ariza. Capanos.
Present.
Lim. Pison. Sadvika. Jane. Sherman.
Present.
Danae Smith.
Present.
Ali.
Present.
Hamid.
Present.
Kaufman.
Present.
Licht.
Present.
Rose.
Present.
El Haq. Fawcett.
Present.
Rickett.
Present.
Escobar.
Present.
Macadia. Rodriguez.
Present.
Wanjan. Hassanine. Phillips.
Present.
Green.
Present.
Wynn.
Present.
Habgood?
Present.
Is that how I pronounce your name?
Yes.
Thank you. Bonaventure. Present. Perez.
Present.
Alcuda. Banesh. Candeloro.
Present.
Courts.
Present.
Jones.
Present.
Leon.
Present.
Matthews.
Present.
McGray.
Present.
Nursemadevra.
Present.
Renda.
Present.
Leiva Gonzalez.
Present.
Simmons.
Present.
Teodorescu.
Present.
Varela.
Present.
Zivin.
Present.
Lipner. 44 out of 51.
All right, everyone take a look at last meeting's minutes. Is there a motion to approve last meeting's minutes? And then everyone take a look at today's agenda. Is there a motion to approve today's agenda? Open forum. Is anyone here to speak in open forum? Seeking none. Announcements from the student body president given by Vice President Benitez.
Hello. Oh, okay. This is President Blanco's report. Hello, Senate. Apologies for not being in attendance tonight. This week, Jariba and I attended our monthly meeting with the Office of Returning to Sorority Life. I also participated in a Board of Trustees workshop, and additionally, I attended the internal launch event hosted by Advancement and Partnerships for the new fundraising campaign, Go for Launch, which outlined campaign priorities and how it would drive new opportunities for students and alumni.
Any questions that the Vice President can answer? Escobar?
Could you give a brief summary of what was discussed with OFSL?
OFSL, so basically whenever we meet with them, it's just different guidelines of updates throughout all the chapters. So I know right now with NICON coming up, we're discussing how we're going to incorporate all councils involved within NICON, because in years past it's only been the interfraternal councils and the Pan-Atlantic councils. So the director of NICON, Chris, reached out to us that he wanted an extra support with that. So that's when we discussed how we were going to incorporate that. So every year at the end of each election, each calendar year, you have to submit a presentation called the Standard of Excellence, where basically OFSL will rank you based on your chapter. So there's a 1-star chapter, so the 5-star chapters, and some of those points is different involvement. So involvements within student government, of course, NICON, et cetera, but also just participating in larger scale events within the university to give that promotion to that side of campus. So that was discussed right now.
Any other questions that the Vice President can answer? Seeing none. Announcements from the student body Vice President Benitez.
Alrighty, Senate. Good evening. I hope everyone's doing well and preparing for midterms. I know those are coming up soon. Not a lot for myself. I helped complete the TEDx interviews with coordinator Vakaria. Today I had the opportunity to attend the launch party for UCF's new philanthropic mission, Go for Launch. And then finally, to those who are attending Universal Nights on Sunday, enjoy the event. One last shout out to coordinator Berthume for an amazing coordination this year. As always, if you need to reach out for any questions or concerns, you know where to find me.
Any questions for the Vice President? Seeing none. Comptroller's report also given by Vice President Benitez.
Last one, I promise. This is Comptroller Drinkwater's report. Good evening, Senators. I want to apologize that I couldn't be there tonight. Here's a brief update on current balances and reversion rates. The CRT account is negative $2,247.05 with a reversion rate of 1.59%. And the FAO account is $8,932.66 with a 1.74 reversion rate.
All right, any questions that the Vice President can answer? Seeing none, thank you. Attorney General's report, AG Altoona.
Good evening, everyone. This week I published opinions 5717 through 5720. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns about them. And I also want to thank Chair Rose for pointing out some errors on Title 8. If you see any omissions or formatting or any formatting errors in statutes, please contact me because I can address those before the end of the semester. And thank you and have a great weekend.
Any questions for the Attorney General? Seeing none, thank you. Announcements from the Chief Justice. Chief Justice Becerra.
Good evening, Senate. This week, the Judicial Council had an amazing workshop on leadership and time management, specifically for leaders, provided to us by Dr. Frame, who attended General Counsel yesterday. The council and I are very honored to have hosted her and appreciate all of her efforts to support our team. Yesterday, our Judicial Outreach Committee hosted a pre-law showcase with 7 other organizations and departments at the downtown campus. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up, volunteered, and engaged in the event. Also, I just wanted to give a quick pointer on the judicial branch's role during the election period. As most of you know, we are here to provide hearing and appellate procedures to students, which is why the council is trying to maintain impartiality when it comes to campaigns. Please be aware the justices will not endorse, engage, or support any campaigns, whether in person or on social media. So just don't take it personally if you reach out on socials, and we try to not engage with that. And lastly, a big shout out to Ashley, who has been an amazing support system for us in ISG. So thank you, Ashley. And that's it for me.
Any questions for the Chief Justice? Seeing none, thank you. Announcements from the Supervisor of Elections, Supervisor Collazo.
Hi, good evening, Senate. I did just want to echo the Chief Justice's sentiments. The same thing applies for the commissioners. The commissioners have been receiving following requests. So just keep in mind that the commissioners won't accept those follow requests. But other than that, happy second week of the active campaigning period. Ashley and I have been working hand in hand since Friday to ensure all approved and denied candidates are given proper notice regarding their candidacy. Moving forward, all eligibility inquiries will be directed to Ashley as the commission is working diligently to support approved candidates. This week, I have been occupied with many administrative and programming duties. As some of you may know, our tab broke, but luckily the pieces that broke were covered under warranty, and we should have those pieces by next week. I've also been working alongside Commissioner Mello to finalize all details for the presidential debate. If you haven't already, please RSVP. Additionally, Marketing and Outreach is working alongside Assistant Supervisor Callaway to ensure publication of the candidates on the website. Candidates by the numbers officially, we have 4 presidential tickets, 45 Senate candidates, 6 pending approval write-ins, and in terms of denials, it was 8 senatorial tickets and 1 presidential ticket. I've provided the list of the candidate management assignments. I love receiving, emails regarding inquiries regarding election matters. However, if you are rerunning for election or pursuing election, I really do ask if you can please direct your questions to your candidate manager, as believe it or not, the presidential tickets is occupying a lot of my time. So just be cognizant of that. Next, ballot update. So today I assisted Ashley in test running the ranked choice voting. Thank you to all those who participated. However, just to know, if the system is not successfully running by the end of next week, we will be reverting back to general election, which includes presidential runoffs. Additionally, for any Title VI changes and amendments, I highly recommend discussing it with ENA first so they can potentially add it to their bulk Title VI changes. This will save time for President Blanco, Dr. Frame when they review the bills. It's easier to review bills that modify per subtitle than individual changes to the title. Additionally, bills modifying Title VI will not receive the commission's sponsorship until after I've provided my official recommendation at the end of the election period. And last but not least, as always, if you see a potential violation, please file an affidavit.
All right, any questions for the Supervisor of Elections? Senator Escobar?
Will the presidential election be live streamed like it was last year?
The presidential debate?
Yes.
Yes, the presidential debate will be live streamed on YouTube.
Any other questions for the Supervisor of Elections? Senator Hasselman?
President Bonin.
Senator Hasselman, President voting, so noted at 7:13 p.m. Any other question? Senator Makadia
President voting.
and Senator Jane.
President voting.
Makadia and Jane, President voting, so noted at 7:13 p.m. Any questions for the Supervisor of Elections? Seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
Caucus reports, announcement of Black Caucus, Chair Smith.
Hi, everyone. This is a bit long, so just bear with me. Okay, so this past week, the Black Caucus appointed 2 ex officio seats. We held Black Film Week hosted by Senator McCray. We also finalized planning for our events. As a reminder, next week we'll be having a few events you all should come to. First, we have the Black Business Showcase on Monday from 12 to 4 p.m. on the Student Union patio. We have the open forum with UCFPD on Wednesday in the Key West Ballroom from 11:30 to 2 p.m. And lastly, we have our last Food Truck Friday on the 27th. Finally, if any of you would like to help us set up for the showcase, please use the sign-up link that I have attached in my announcements. Thank you.
Any questions for the Black Caucus Chair? Seeing none, ICTC Chair Varela.
Hello, Senate. We met again for our weekly meeting time on Wednesday at 3. Meeting was pretty easy. We just went over some of the concerns we found out during tabling downtown. We talked about a new initiative we are looking to do to express our thanks to our campus bus drivers, as well as just general concerns that we picked up throughout the week and as well as carryovers from last week. Thank you.
Any questions for the ICTC Chair? Seeing none, Latin Hispanic Caucus. Hi, everyone. Sorry I couldn't be there. The caucus is continuing to plan our business takeover event. If you have any questions, please reach out. Happy Thursday. If you have any questions, please direct them towards the chair. And Women's Caucus Chair Brenda.
Sorry. Hi, everyone. We will be meeting this upcoming Monday, and on Wednesday, the 25th, ELA Reed and the Women's Caucus will be hosting a Women and Girls in Sports panel event from 11 to 1 p.m. in the Chargem Chamber. Thank you.
Any questions for the Women's Caucus Chair? Seeing none, announcements from the Senate President. Good evening, everyone. This week, the SLCers were given a fiscal presentation by the DLEG and with help from the Pro Tempore, and they have now completed their fiscal training. ELA Reed and I have finalized the mentor-mentee matchup, and they'll have the reveal for that as well as their semester project coming this Monday. I've been assisting with the planning of the mental health fair that will be happening in the Student Union Atrium on March 12th from 11 to 4 p.m. I've confirmed that Military and Veteran Student Success Center will be there, and then a tentative yes from CAPS. I'm still waiting on a few emails on my part. And then lastly, I met with Chair Varela today to talk about GAPS initiatives for the semester. Are there any questions for me? Seeing none, ELA report, ELA Reed.
Hi, everyone. Hope your week is going amazing. I'm very excited for the Women and Girls in Sports panel event that me and the Women's Caucus have been working so hard on. And I just wanted to give a special shout out to Cameron for all her help planning the event. Currently, I'm still planning the mock dean meetings and official dean meetings. A lot of them I'm still waiting for responses from the dean's office. So help me out by answering all my messages that I send you. I don't love being ghosted, so please answer me. Just a reminder, if you can't make it to the official dean meeting, please email me, LJR and Pro Tempore me, to let us know and fill out the absent request form. And then if you have any questions at all, please let me know. And then also, as Speaker Court stated, the SLC mentor-mentee reveal is on Monday, so I'm very excited for all those who are expecting. Thank you.
Any questions for the ELA? Seeing none, Senate President Pro Tempore report, Pro Tempore Meade.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So officially, the clothing distribution will be next Saturday, the 28th, at a closer location. It's on East Colonial, not downtown. So I have a when to meet linked in that sentence if you're interested in coming, and I'll be able to drive people if you need a ride. Also, officially, this semester's donation drive will be on April 3rd. Yay! I'm working on getting the patio booked, working on food, and I also am just organizing stuff. We might be doing bingo again, so shout out to Vice Chair Jones and also Vice Chair Smith and also Speaker Courts for all of their help, and also H4H, obviously. Also, I'm trying to get a presentation from Career Services on like life beyond college is what it's called, and professionalism and all of that stuff. It was meant to be in March, but they are updating their thing, so it might be in April. So I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Any questions for the Pro Tempore? Seeing none, DLEG report, DLEG Kaufman.
All right. We're seeing our final fiscal bill on third reading tonight, so that's fun. On Monday, I gave a fiscal presentation to the SLCers before they took their financial training, which was very exciting. And as we near the end of the session, and to avoid all of the legislation being submitted at the last minute, if you have any ideas, feel free to reach out. I would love to set up a meeting to talk about any ideas and how best to implement them. So tonight's legislation, first reading, 1 internal bill and 3 proclamations. Third reading, 1 fiscal bill. And on second reading, 2 internal bills, 1 resolution, and 1 proclamation.
Any questions for the DLEG? Seeing none, and just to add, if you're putting your announcements right now, it is Times New Roman 9, so make sure that it's the right size. DSER report, DSER Capinos.
Hello, Senate. I hope everyone's having a good night. Our IM teams this year are going to be a little bit more limited. Just to let you guys know, we are doing pickleball and tennis. We'll have multiple teams, but just naturally in the spring, there are smaller IM team sizes. So that's the cause for that. Our next event is happening next Friday. It's a scavenger style event. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be based in the Union. It's going to be from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So I highly encourage you guys to come out. And also want to give a shout out to the senators that was at the cake decorating event yesterday. It was a lot of fun, and it was really fun to see all you guys' cakes and do that little skit at the end. Really enjoyed that. And then also for the RSO emails, lots of you emailed me back about getting back to your RSOs. So thank you for that. If there is some RSO pending obligations that you have requested, don't worry. I'm still working on moving around some RSOs. So I know that I have a couple things that I have to do and send out to you guys. So I will be on that. Yeah, thank you.
Any questions for the DSER? Seeing none, fiscal committee reports, CRT committee, Chair Sherman.
Hi, everyone. This week in CRT, we postponed allocation 57-471. We PPI'd allocations 57-418 and 419. We also worked on our statutory revisions. Those are done and they'll be remanded next week.
Any questions for the CRT committee chair? Seeing none, FAO committee, Chair Lusht.
Hello, everyone. Today in committee, we saw our last few allocations for the year, and we approved 174, 189, and 186. Allocation 186 was approved at the full amount, but right now we're only able to give them about 57% of the total. So we'll just keep amending the total until, or as more reversions come in. And then we also amended the total and reapproved allocation 57-126. We're not going to meet next week because we have no more business. And then we're going to meet again in 2 weeks and probably start doing some statutory changes.
Any questions for the FAO committee chair? Seeing none, ORS committee, Chair Rose.
Hi guys, sorry for not being here last week. On last Friday, we had a short meeting and we conducted 1 post-funding review and approved 1 VPF. We will continue seeing new business as reversions come in.
Any questions for the ORS committee chair? Seeing none, is there a motion for speeches, questioning, and debate? Teodorescu.
Motion for 5-10-10.
There's been a motion for a 5-10-10.
Second.
And a second. Any objections? Hearing none. Notice of legislation on third reading. Fiscal Bill 5721, funding for Formula Student to create the vehicle for Formula SAE Michigan at Michigan International Speedway on May 11th, 2026. DLEG Kaufman, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
There's been no changes. I yield the rest of my time.
Okay, we are now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions on this bill? Seeing none? None? Okay, we are now in a period of debate. Any pieces of debate? Seeing none, we are now in voting procedures. With a vote count of 40-0, Fiscal Bill 5721 passes third reading. Internal committee reports, ENA committee, Vice Chair Matthews.
Hi, everyone. Jordan's not here right now, but this week we saw Subtitle A and Subtitle B, and for our snack, we had chips, salsa, and guac.
Any questions for the ENA committee, Vice Chair? Seeing none, GAP committee, Chair Barilla.
Hello, Senate. Today, GAP was busy discussing our desired speaker lineup for the Women in Government Speaker Panel that will take place on March 25th, 11 from 1:30 or from 11 to 1:30. Also spoke with Speaker Courts about the overall plans for GAP for the rest of the semester that include the speaker panel, potential midterm information push, as well as a celebration of America 250.
Any questions for the GAP committee chair? Seeing none, LJR committee, Chair Gaudio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Not much news out of me this week. You may view our votes below. Notable ones: Internal Bill 5731 was approved 6-0 to 0. We did have 1 absence request postponed pending a date clarification and 1 which was denied. I didn't make anything this week. I had a busy week.
Any questions for the LJR committee chair? Seeing none, SBA Committee Chair Teodorescu.
Hello, Senate. I hope everyone is doing great. SBA tabled at downtown campus this week, as well as reviewed feedback received on our concern form. Proclamation 5729 was passed on first reading 9-0.
Any questions for the SBA Committee Chair? Seeing none, confirmations. We have Danica Gentile for College of Engineering and Computer Science, seat 8. May I continue? Okay, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Oops. Should I? Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Danica Gentile. I'm a mechanical engineering major pursuing a studio art minor and a certificate in theme park and attraction management. Being involved in the College of Engineering, the College of Arts and Humanities, and the Rosen College has given me a unique and well-rounded perspective on campus. I've had the opportunity to collaborate with students from very different academic environments, which has strengthened my communication skills and my ability to work effectively with other students. On campus, I'm actively involved in ASME, TEA, FDPLA, and the Robotics Club. Through these organizations, I worked on hands-on engineering and design projects that require strong teamwork, accountability, and problem-solving skills. Balancing these commitments alongside a rigorous engineering course load has strengthened my time management skills and taught me how to prioritize effectively. These experiences have helped me manage multiple commitments while remaining dependable and organized. I'm interested in joining the Student Body Senate because of the direct impact it has on students, their organizations, and their overall campus experience. I want to represent the College of Engineering and Computer Science in a way that ensures students' concerns are heard and addressed thoughtfully. My initiatives focus on increasing mental health awareness and strengthening student support within the College of Engineering and Computer Science. Engineering and computer science programs are very rigorous, and it is important that support systems are not only available, but clearly visible and accessible. I want to increase the visibility of mental health resources throughout the engineering buildings by placing information in areas where students are spending a lot of their time. I also want to advocate for additional seating in the engineering buildings, specifically outside of the EPC testing center, to give students more space to study and to decompress. In Senate, I'm especially interested in serving on the Student Body Advocacy Committee because it works directly with students and their concerns. I also plan to join the Women's Caucus to continue supporting representation. Overall, I bring creativity, empathy, and a strong time management skills and a deep sense of responsibility into this role. I am committed to serving the College of Engineering and Computer Science with intention, dedication, and a desire to make a positive impact.
We are now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions for this candidate? Yale Reed.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I know you mentioned mental health as a big, area of concern for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any specific initiatives surrounding mental health in the College of Engineering?
Yeah, one of my main initiatives was to bring more mental health awareness, especially in the engineering buildings, like hanging up signs that advertise UCF's mental health resources and making sure those signs are placed in places where students spend a lot of their time, like in hallways, around study spaces, or even in restrooms where students are able to see those resources and know that they are available to them.
Any other questions for this candidate? Senator Rickett and then Senator Gaudio.
2 questions, if I may, Madam Speaker.
You may.
First question for the candidate. How many articles are in the UCF Constitution?
6 articles.
Okay, follow on,
Yeah.
Madam Speaker. In your speech, you mentioned, you talked about seating as far as the engineering, and I'm assuming you're talking about engineering 1, 2, and the L3 Harris Corporation Center. Are there any other seating areas you think that could be utilized by engineering students anywhere else on campus?
I think definitely in the specifically in the atrium, there could use more seating in that area. And I was mainly thinking outside of like the EPC center, the testing center, because there's not a lot of seating for students to prepare for exams around that specific area. So there could be more seating over there for students to be able to prepare.
Chair Gaudio.
2, if I may.
You may.
Could you tell me which student body statute primarily governs the legislative branch?
The title, the third title.
Thank you. And for my next question, are you free Mondays at 4 p.m.?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I do have class on Mondays at 4 p.m.
Right. Any other questions for this candidate? Seeing none, we are now in a period of debate. Are there any pieces of debate? Senator Simmons and Senator Hagenbuck.
I'm going to encourage all of you guys to vote in favor of this candidate. They clearly did their research, and I really like their initiatives. I think that mental health advertising for like the resources that we do have at UCF is really important, especially for engineering students. And yeah.
Senator Hagenbuck.
Yeah, this candidate seems like a great addition to this body. I've worked with her professionally on projects for TEA. She's always been very great at teamwork. She has great leadership skills and has always been someone that you can count on. So I think you should vote in favor of this candidate.
And Senator Fawcett.
I too will be voting in favor. I do think with knowledge of my son being in an engineering program and knowing what he goes through with stress and the services, that he could use and making sure he's aware of that. I'm sure he's not the only one. So I do think that is an amazing initiative to have that available in their area of the university. So I will be voting in favor.
Right, with 3 in affirmation, are there any in negation? Seeing none, we are now on voting procedures. Okay, with a vote count of 40 to 0 to 0, Danica Gentile has been confirmed for College of Engineering and Computer Science seat 8. Before you guys start clapping, Ashley in the back will help you get your oath of office by one of the justices. I can clap. Congratulations. Notice of legislation on first reading, Internal Bill 5732, remanded to ENA, Proclamation 5730, 31, and 32 remanded to SBA. Notice of legislation on second reading, Internal Bill 5731, updates to Title V, the Judicial Branch. Chair Barilla, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Hello, Senate. This is a pretty simple, pretty easy bill. It just takes the power to amend the JRP and gives that to the judicial branch, which many of you may be thinking, wait, isn't that what already happens? The answer is yes. All this bill does is clarify that. If you look in our constitution and statutes, there is no provision that explicitly grants the power to amend the JRP to the judicial council. And ambiguity and vagueness for something as important as the JRP and for something as important to judicial independence as the JRP seems to me to be pretty undesirable. So I think it's just an overall good thing to put it in the statutes that it is clearly the judicial council that can amend the JRP and no other entity, just to avoid any problems in the future of having any concern of who actually gets to amend the JRP. Because again, that's very important for judicial independence. Yeah, that's it. I got my time.
All right, we are now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions on this internal bill? D. Penis.
I have a question on 501.1 Part B, where it says Senior Student Affairs Officer. Could you clarify that for me?
Yeah, that's copied directly from the current JRP. I just copied over like the what needs to be present for an amendment, and that would be Dr. Frame. That is for us.
Any other questions on this internal bill? Seeing none, we are now in a period of debate. Are there any pieces of debate? Pro Temp Mead.
Motion to see both of my amendments as technicals.
Yes, those will be seen as technicals, as well as the periods that I put at the end of the sentences and the one that Escobar put at the end of his sentence. We'll see as a technical as well. Any pieces of debate? Seeing none, we are now in a period of voting. With a vote count of 39 to 0, Internal Bill 5731 passes second reading. Next, we have Internal Bill 5733, updates to Title VI, Subtitle A, rewrite. Chair Lipner, D. Kaufman.
Motion to remand Internal Bill 5733 back to ENA.
There's been a motion to re-remand Internal Bill 5733 back to ENA. And a second. Any objections? Hearing none, this bill is hereby re-remanded. Next, we have Resolution 57. There are so many of you guys on 17. Resolution 5717, resolution denouncing the narrow scope of professional degrees proposed by the United States Department of Education. Senator Green, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So for those of you all who were here last week, I already gave a speech regarding this bill, but just as a refresher or for people who weren't here, this bill is in regard, bless you, this bill is in regard to a recent proposal released by the U.S. Department of Education back in November of 2025. Under this new proposal, several degrees relating to healthcare, education, and public service will no longer be classified as professional under the DOE's internal definition. This decision affects degrees including nursing, physician assistant studies, physical and occupational therapy, social work, education, speech language pathology, and several other degrees. Because this this is because the, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This makes attainment of these professional degrees more difficult. This is because this reclassification under the DOE's internal definition means that these professions, wait, oh my gosh, sorry, I'm tripping over my words. Because of this internal reclassification, the total number of federal student loans that students are able to receive will be reduced by half compared to professional degrees, which would be entitled to double that amount. Thank you. I would like to yield to Senator Escobar if you would like to add anything.
Thank you, Senator Green. This resolution that we saw last meeting as a proclamation is not only important to me as a social work student, but also as an advocate and senator for the College of Health Professions and Sciences, notably the only UCF college including professions in its title. This is important to this bill and to the context. I represent the majors of kinesiology, health sciences, social work, and communication sciences and disorders, who will go on to become professionals in occupational therapy, physical therapy, social work, and speech language pathology. And the proposed rule by the Department of Education titled Reimagining and Improving Student Education, in my view, would not improve student education. It would impose barriers for these students. The rule would significantly limit access to federal student loans for these students pursuing graduate degrees. As a current senior in the social work BSW program at UCF, I've looked across the country for graduate MSW programs, and I can tell you that they are not cheap. If this rule passes, it will result in reduced access to education that will worsen workforce shortages and harm communities nationwide. Reclassifying social work and the other degrees listed would make it harder for students, especially those from low-income and underrepresented backgrounds like myself, to enter their chosen professions. Fewer social work graduates means fewer social workers available to meet growing social service and mental health needs, especially when a Master of Social Work degree is required to become a licensed clinical social worker. National associations have issued statements denouncing this proposed rule, and I urge this body to do the same. And a little bit of context behind the proposed rule and changes to the legislation into a resolution. When the legislation was first written by Senator Green and I, the Department of Education was not currently in a period of public comment, but now it is. And a little bit about federal agencies. Federal agencies are required by the Administrative Procedure Act to, whenever they're issuing new rules or proposing new rules or rule changes, they have to go through a period of public comment where their rule is heard by the public and the public is able to issue public comment. And as a part of this resolution, what it would do is require that the resolution that, if passed, would be submitted as part of public comment. Thank you, and I urge you all to vote in favor. I yield my time.
Okay, we are now in a period of questioning on this resolution. Are there any questions? Senator Gentile? Senator Gentile, President voting, so noted at 7:38 p.m. Any questions on this resolution? Seeing none, we are now in a period of debate. Are there any pieces of debate? Senator Makadia and then Senator Green.
As a health science major, I have worked with numerous amounts of nurses, PAs, and anyone in the medical field. And these people are carrying the medical and health system on their backs. They do so much for us, and the way that we're denouncing that their professions or professionals is not, in my opinion, the right thing to do. And I urge you all to vote in favor of this bill.
Senator Green.
So to further, thank you, Senator. To further elucidate the importance of all of these allied health professions, which is just anything not specifically nursing or a medical doctor, I kind of want to share a personal experience explaining why they're so important. About a decade ago, my grandmother suffered a massive stroke. So outside of the neurologist and of course the nursing staff that saved her life, to fully rehabilitate her, the different professions involved in helping her, like to give you some context on the nature of the stroke, it paralyzed half of her body, so her entire her right side. So in terms of getting back to her baseline, she had to see an occupational therapist to help her relearn or retrain her body how to write. She had to see a physical therapist to help her relearn how to walk. Not to mention, of course, home health nurses, the CNA that would bathe her, several other professions that were, oh yes, and of course a speech language pathologist to help her relearn how to talk. All these different professions were so instrumental to her health and maintaining her quality of life. So this is very personal to me, as well as like not only being a nursing major and hoping to continue my education past the bachelor's level. It's very personal to me, and I encourage you all to vote in favor of this bill.
All right, any others
Thank you.
wishing to speak in debate? Chair Verla.
Motion to see Senator Lipner's amendments as technicals.
There's been a motion to see Senator Zivins? Senator Lipner's motions, amendments as technicals. I will see them as technicals, yes. And then Chair Verla, did you have debate? Okay.
Yeah, I just want to also talk about this because you can see my name there in the sponsored by. I just want to emphasize that no matter how we may feel about politics and federal government politics, this is plainly a bill that's bad for students. No matter if you think it may be a good idea, maybe for the U.S. government, it's plainly bad for students. So as representatives of the students, I believe it is our duty to vote yes on things that are good, no on things that are bad, or I guess be against things that are bad before things that are good. This is plainly this new policy that's plainly bad for students. So despite any political affiliations or obligations we have outside of this, I believe as student senators, it is our duty to oppose this policy that's just going to hurt UCF students and all students across the country.
Okay, with grant affirmation, are there any in negation? Seeing none, we are now on voting procedures. All right, with a vote count of 40-1-0, Resolution 5717 passes second reading. Next, we have Proclamation 5729, Proclamation in recognition of Black History Month. Senator McCray, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
So this is a proclamation recognizing and commemorating Black History Month. UCF is a pretty diverse school with over 6,000 Black students, so we should take this month to, highlight the achievements and strives made by the Black community. I yield the rest of my time.
All right, we are now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions on this proclamation? Seeing none, we're now in a period of debate. Are there any pieces of debate on this proclamation? Seeing none, we are now in voting procedures. With a vote count of 41 to 0, Proclamation 5729 passes second reading. Senate Forum, Senator Gonzalez.
Hi guys. I hope everyone's having a great week. I just want to let you guys know that my internship on Monday the 23rd, we're going to be hosting a breakfast from 9:30 to 10:45 at the Barbara Yang Center. It's going to be with the Phoenix Generation and Shira Hoffer. She's the founding executive director of the Viewpoints Project. And basically her whole mission and her entire career is just that students in college campuses can feel free to argue and express their opinions, but in the correct way. So I think it would be a great time for you guys to like go and talk with her. So like if anyone wants to come, you guys can just reach out to me. But yeah, thank you guys.
All right, Senator Gaudio.
So really, I wanted to talk about a bit more of a broad topic, not necessarily something focused, but now is sort of a time of year where throughout the year, everyone should be considering how can I give my time to better others? And whether it's volunteering somewhere, whether it's offering donations, there are so many parts of our community that need help. And I understand it's hard to get up in the morning. We all have our work we have to do. We all, whether it's the school work, whether it's the work we do for money to survive, time is hard to come by, and money is time. However, we should reflect that when we look at our communities around us, if you want to make it better, we need to offer ourselves to that community. And there's so many places, like the Samaritan Resource Center, they help with homelessness. Magnify, they help with disabled people. Just even giving a moment of your time to these places makes an appreciable difference to your local community. And I understand a lot of people will probably hear this and not do anything. But if even one of you decides, maybe one day a week, I'm going to give a few hours to helping the local community, that will make a difference. That's all for me.
All right. Vice Chair Zivin.
That was a tough act to follow. So my friend co-founded a pre-law club for like first gen aspiring law students. So like if your parents weren't lawyers, like this would be a great place for you. It's called UCF. On Instagram, UCF.nextgenprelaw. Yeah, go check it out if you're interested. Thank you.
I just put that the Spring into Service VUCF large-scale event will be taking place on February 28th from 7:30 to 1 p.m. They emailed me about it. I will find out more information as to where it's taking place unless Ashley knows and can say it.
I don't know the sites off rip. So what they do, you all meet here between 7 and 7:30. They feed you breakfast, and then they have buses that'll take you to the sites that are off campus. And then I believe they may have some on-campus sites as well that you could sign up for. But if you want to RSVP for that, you just do that through VUCF's Night Connect.
Okay, perfect. And then Senator Makadia.
I was just building on Senator Gaudio's announcement, and I just wanted to bring awareness to Knight's Pantry. It's an amazing, amazing resource if you are running low on any food or clothes for business or anything. It's on campus, and if you have any time to kill, it's an amazing place to volunteer as well. I have volunteered there. I have many friends who volunteer there, and if you have any time to kill between classes, I recommend it.
Anybody else for Senate Forum? Senator Jane.
Guys, so as some of you know, my RSO Akshara asked for funding, and we're so grateful to SG for giving it to us. I just wanted to say our competition is next Saturday, and we are hoping that all of you guys could come. It's free for all UCF students, and we have so many great teams across the country coming in, and I would love to see all of you guys there. So please, please, please come if you're available. Thank you.
Okay, please just put the information in Senate Forum. I put your name there. Any others? Seeing none. Senate deliberation. None. Advisors report. Ashley.
Hey, good people. Happy Thursday. Today, I will have a task. So first, Many of you have seen me today because I have officially been doing the test votes, the stress test for the ranked choice voting system. After many failed attempts, IT was great. And so it is finally open for us to do that. And so today, raise your hand if I have not yet, or Shane or Amanda or Andrew have not yet approached you about doing the test vote today. Okay, can you pass these out to, okay. So what I'm going to do is have Maite pass out those sheets until they are out. And you all are going to do the last batch that I had charged with me to test today. While she's passing that out, leave your hand up. If she gives you a sheet, log on to My UCF and go to your student self-service. So don't do anything past that, because I want to make sure we do this the way we need it to make sure we get the result we need to get. So just to explain, we were able to create like a test ballot for 100 students, right? And so with that, we know what the intended report is supposed to look like based off of the choices that each student got, right? So we did, this many students chose cheese first, this many students chose veggie first. And so not everybody's gonna get a sheet because we only had a certain number that we needed. So go on My UCF. When you go to student self-service, you'll see on the left side of your screen, it should say SG introduction. Please vote the way that sheet says. The ranking that is on that sheet, that is the vote that you should put for the section that allows for you to rank. For the section that asks, like, should pineapple be on pizza or whatever the question is, you can select whatever you'd like for that one. And if you need help finding the stuff, let me know. I can come around and do that with you. Need help? So yeah, left side of your screen, you'll see SG introduction, voting introduction. Once you vote, go ahead and click save, and then that'll be good to go. And if you have a pen or something, if you could write done on your sheet, because I'm gonna collect those from you at the end of the day. Anybody need any assistance with it? We were able to find it.
Senator Lim.
Present in voting.
Senator Benesh. Okay. Senator Lim and Senator Benesh says present in voting, so noted at 7:51 p.m.
All right. So as y'all do that, and for those that have done it, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our hope was to get that done today. I'll collect all the sheets at the end. So we're going to pull the report hopefully tomorrow so we can make sure it is saying what it's supposed to say. And if it is, then that means we can move forward with ranked choice for this election, which will be awesome. And like huge shout out to the folks from IT, because they were like just running it back to back to back to make sure that we were able to get this done. So they were amazing partners with us for that. Other things for me outside of that, I've had some really amazing conversations with folks that I had either a scheduled one-to-one with or just a random conversation with. So if I miss you when I had a conversation with you, I'm sorry. But Ryan, Anna, Mila, Jason, Kirsten, Veronica are some of the folks that I had a chance to like really sit down with. And y'all are doing amazing things. Like I'm truly in awe of what you all are doing as leaders, just generally speaking, but y'all have amazing ideas and you have like 8 million things on your plate and you are still here and dedicated to the work that you all are doing. And even if I haven't had a conversation with you, I know that there are so many things in the works with Women's Caucus and all the different caucuses that you all are involved with and different other involvement. So just a huge shout out to you all. Y'all are great. I'm truly just by the things that you all are doing. Outside of that, I was going to give Spring Into Service a shout out. Thank you, Kirsten. And Amanda was like, yay, because that will be on February 28th if you all are interested in coming to support. Other than that, tomorrow I'll be on downtown campus doing some work. So if you need me, send me a message there, and I'll be out there. You can send me a message. Things that I'm working on, things related to election, getting a judicial branch up, and they have different events going on. Black Caucus has their showcase, so make sure you go and support that. And then also Food Truck Fridays, which I have yet to be able to go to one, but I've had the food trucks that are there. They're amazing. So if you're on campus, that's another option for food. So please go out to support that. Other than that, I'm probably missing something that I was supposed to tell you all. If I remember, I'll see you when I see you. But as always, National Day of... It's Texas Cowboy Poetry Day. So yeah, whatever that means. Enjoy that. Listen to some country music, I assume, and enjoy that. But yep, that's all for me.
Okay, Maite.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to share a quick update with you. Jorge and I have finished downloading and organizing all Senate documents from the website as we continue making updates. All files are now uploaded and available in SG Drive on Teams. I've also been reviewing everything to make sure all materials are correct and ready to use. We've made great progress so far, so thank you for your patience during this process. I also want to wish everyone good luck on your midterms if you haven't taken them yet. And additionally, Ashley and I clean or organize the office, so please help us keep it tidy moving forward so we can all enjoy a clean, comfortable, and shared workspace. And that's all for me.
Any questions? Senator Lipner.
President voting.
Chair Lipner, President voting, so noted at 7:54 p.m. Any questions for the advice? Seeing none. Miscellaneous business, resignations. I hereby resign Corson Green from Senate and Elbanesh from ICTC, and I hereby appoint Elbanesh to ORS and Danica Gentile to SBA. Senator shoutouts. We got any shoutouts? Senator Casimiro, Chair Lipner, Vice Chair Matthews.
Just want to shout out Senator Green. You've made a very good impact in this session. You will be very missed. Let's hang out outside of Senate. Let's give Senator Green a round of applause, please. He said he would cry, but I don't think don't cry, please. ORS, we're doing great work. FAO, great work. CRT, great work. If I miss anyone, I'm so sorry, but everyone's been amazing, and I can't wait for everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to go too in depth with you, Corson, but thank you so much for all the time that you've had here, both with this session and the prior session. You put in a lot of hard work, and I think it was exemplified with the proclamation that we happened to see tonight, which was really, really kismet. I know it may not have been the circumstances of the night altogether, but I hope you feel very proud of what you've left behind and know that we are all going to continue that legacy. So thank you. Also, just wanted to give a quick shout out to my Vice Chair Matthews. You stepped in tonight because I had to go help with the night hike event from SG. So I appreciate you for doing all of that and handling it for me. So thank you. And then also my other Vice Chair Perez, thank you so much for all that you do with caucuses. You really keep me together, keep me sane. So truly thank you. And then finally for my Vice Chair, who I don't think is here today. Oh, yes, he is. Sherman, thank you for all the work that you do. You've been joining right after you come out of your work to come to Sustainability Caucus, and it really does mean the world. So thank you so much.
Okay, well, I had two, but now I have three. So, Corson, that almost brought a tear to my eye when I saw you resigning. That's so sad. You are so energetic and you bring such a lively energy to Senate. So we're going to miss you so much. Okay, my second one, I've never done this one before, but CRT, shout out. We haven't met in a while and our meeting was so hyped this week and we had such a good icebreaker. Shout out, Gabe. Also, shout out Speaker Courts because you've taken such a good initiative on this mental health fair and I appreciate all your emails you've been sending. Thank you.
Teodorescu, Smith, Escobar.
Alrighty, I gotta shout out Corson. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fighting back tears right now. Whew, we're gonna miss you so much. We love you so much in Senate. Gotta shout out Veronica. Veronica was on the plane back from Canada asking me about tabling. She was like, I don't know if I can make it to table. I'm like, Veronica, like you're in the air, like it's okay, it's gonna be fine. Like, she was still willing to show up, even though, she was like her car battery died. She was still wanted to show up. And I was like, no, it's okay. Let's see. Shout out Kirsten, the GOAT. You know what? Big shout out to Arwa, okay? Like she does a great job at front desk and OSI and at, SG, always a lovely smile seeing her whenever we walk in. So big shout out.
Me. I have to shout out Corson. I'm really sad to see you go. I'm gonna miss having you as my chair buddy.
But I also have to shout out Black Caucus, guys. We have so much work we're doing. I'm going to shout out Senator McCray. She passed her first proclamation today. But yeah, and shout out everybody in Senate. You do all great work.
Of course, I have to shout out Senator Green. We will miss you so much. We actually discussed our resolution over like winter break at our White Elephant party. So like it's cool to like see that come. But yeah, it's so sad to see you leave. You'll be missed and much appreciated.
Okay, Senator Green, Senator Gonzalez, Senator Benesh.
Shout out to Senate. Looking back, I'm very proud of the past 2 years. Shout out to all the OGs from the, 55th session when Sierra was here. Yeah, so let me see. That's Kirsten, JC, who else? Jordan and Halima, Jason. Wait, didn't you join in the 54th session? No, 55th? Yes. Well, shout out to everybody. I'm very proud of what we've done. The work that I've done with RSOs and with the College of Nursing. And, even though the circumstances behind my leaving are not, the circumstances behind my leaving are not what I expected or what I wanted. I'm very proud to call y'all my friends, and it's bittersweet, but no, I'm happy of everything that's occurred. Thank you. Oh, also, and shout out to, he's not here anymore, but former Senator Thoss, because it was his White Elephant party that I shared my idea about that resolution with Bobby. So yeah.
Senator Gonzalez.
Okay, so shout out Senator Green. I know you don't really know me, but I like how my seat is like right across from yours. And for like the first couple meetings, I always thought your like last name was like green, like the color. So I always thought it was cute how you would wear green, and I thought it was nice. Okay, sorry. But yeah, shout out you and shout out all you guys because you guys are so cute in your seats. So thanks, guys.
Senator Benesh.
First of all, oh my gosh. Yo, I haven't been in Senate in a minute. My throat, gotta clear it up. But obligatory shout out to Mr. Corson Green. I love you, buddy. This was my OG LGBTQ caucus vice chair last session. So I'm feeling pretty bittersweet right now, even though I could literally text you up at any moment. But Corson was like my first friend in Senate. So big shout out to him. This is really sentimental for me. You'll do great things, so shout out to you, Green. Shout out to myself for showing up, even though I showed up really late and showed up when there was barely any business type. Shout out to Gaudio. You've been an extreme help to me while I've been kind of gone, absent. And shout out to all y'all because y'all didn't hear me for like 4 weeks. That's so sad. Y'all weren't joking. Y'all weren't laughing. Like, that's sick. I know y'all wanted me back. I know. I hear in the background like, Benesh, when you coming back? I'm back now, baby. But yeah, shout out to all y'all.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Senator Zivin, Pro Tem Hamid. I don't know why you're looking at me like that. Delia Kaufman.
Shout out to our newest senator, Danica. I'm so happy. And shout out Corson, of course. We're all gonna miss you very much. You've been such a light in this body, and I hope to see you around.
Okay, obviously shout out Corson. I've learned so much about nursing at UCF because of Corson. Like I didn't know that we had a Daytona or Cocoa Beach campus until I met Corson. So amazing work that you've done. Shout out to Senate President Courts, and also she's not here, but Chair Alcuda, because they went and saw the Iron Lung with me, but specifically Kirsten, because you have a phobia of blood. So that was big for her. Obviously shout out the 2 deputies. Hey. Obviously also shout out Anna and also RIP Grace. She's having a great time in Sweden. Shout out to our new senator. And also shout out to Chair Tedorescu. Bro was giggling it up and then she locked in. So I was really proud of you because I saw that. Also obviously shout out Vice Chair Matthews. because you're doing great.
Dila Kaufman.
Shout out Senator Green. I first ran into him 2 years ago when we didn't get Universal Nights tickets. So like that was pretty funny. Shout out Chair Lush and Lipner for the food today and their committees. That's very, very much appreciative. And then shout out Senator Perez for letting me borrow her wagon when I needed it 2 days ago. So thank you for that.
Chair Gaudio, D. Capinos, Senator Green.
I'd first like to give a big one to everyone who remembers Locker Pizza. If you know, you know. I love my committee. You guys are amazing. Of course, Lipner, because he also bakes amazing things. We love baking here, folks. Brenda for just giving me a bright smile when I walked in. I like people who smile.
Kind. D. Capinos.
Obviously, I want to shout out Corson Green. I just want to say thank you for being such an incredible person and such an incredible friend to me this past couple of years. You were one of the OG senators that I knew before I became a senator, and you show up to the events. We had an event. It was last semester, and there was only a couple people there, and you were one of them. And I always appreciated how open you were with me and the talks that we had. So I'll never forget that, and I appreciate you. So thank you. I also want to shout out Lipner for his incredible contributions to our event that we had yesterday. He was the one that baked both cakes, and so I really appreciate it. I don't think the event would have been as good without him, so I really appreciate that. Also want to shout out Chair Lush and FAO for the donuts today. That was incredible. That was my breakfast, so I appreciate that and all the great work that they do. And I also want to shout out leadership, because I appreciate all of you and all of your trust that you put in us and the entire Senate body. And shout out Ashley for all the amazing work that you do. And thank you to all of Senate.
Okay, Green. Can I say Green again?
Yes, I forgot to mention this in my first shout out, but shout out ORS committee. I love you guys. I will not be in committee tomorrow, but I know Banesh is going to take my place and y'all are going to be just fine.
Okay, ELA Reed.
I, of course, have to shout out Corson. I've always been your biggest fan. You're such a wonderful individual to know professionally and as a friend. And so I appreciate all the work that you've done and just your warmth and your kindness that you bring to Senate every day. And I really do appreciate you and all your hard work as well. I also want to shout out Speaker Courts because we were trying to figure out mentors and mentees, which was a lot, but we got it done, and I'm very excited, and I think everything's gonna be amazing on Monday, so yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Total Rescue.
Shout out Kirsten for calling on me. Okay, shout out Anna for coughing earlier. Oh my gosh. Shout out Jason, that fly shirt, it looks so good. And shout out Ryan, he fed me some, he had some peppers earlier. He like cut up peppers in a bag and they were still chilly and they were good. Yep. So if you want peppers, hit up Ryan.
Okay. Pro Tem for me, and then Matthews, you will be the last one.
Okay, really quickly, because Kirsten's gonna get me if I talk too long. I can't believe that I forgot her. Shout out, obviously, hospitality, Veronica. We played dominoes today, like 3 times. And also shout out Maddie because she won at her first game and she was really good. So like, obviously, like I can't believe it introduces such an amazing game. So shout out to them too.
Matthews.
Shout out to the 3 SLC kids in the back. We appreciate you guys staying.
Okay, and then I will be the last shout out, and then I know you guys want to go home. Shout out Corson. I already was sentimental earlier. I'm not doing that again. Shout out to the SLCers, obviously. And then I had 3 other shout outs in my brain, but I forgot them. So just know that you are so important to me. The end. Let me tap a tap.
Okay, additional shout out to Kirsten because she also won her first game. Yeah. Just to let it be known. So these are Chair Lush's dogs. Okay, Haribo or Bo. He's the one on the left. So he weighed in at a hefty. Okay, these were the words of Chair Lush, by the way. I wouldn't call him hefty for 96 pounds, but he is supposedly hefty at 96 pounds, and he's 8 months old, and he likes to eat ice cubes. He's also at the top of his class in puppy school. He's so cute. Okay, Otto, he's the one on the right. He is a rescue, but he hates water in any form, and he'll only eat his food if there's cheese on it, which is really sweet. Okay, perfect. Green.
Oh, motion to adjourn pending final roll call.
There's been a motion to adjourn this meeting pending final roll call.
Second.
In a second. Any objections? Hearing none. Again, Pat quietly. Oh, Chair Gaudio.
Paul,
Present.
Reed,
Present.
Olivia Smith,
Present.
Hagenbook,
Present.
Casimiro,
Present.
Callis,
Present.
Ariza, Capanos,
Present.
Lim,
Present.
Pistone, Sadvika, Jane,
Present.
Sherman,
Present.
Danae Smith,
Present.
Ali,
Present.
Hamid,
Present.
Kaufman,
Present.
Licht,
Present.
Gentile,
Present.
Rose,
Present.
El Haq, Fawcett,
Present.
Riggett,
Present.
Escobar,
Present.
Magadia,
Present.
Rodriguez,
Present.
Wanjan, Hassanein,
Present.
Phillips,
Present.
Green,
Present.
Wynn,
Present.
Habgood,
Present.
Bonaventure, Perez,
Present.
Alcuda, Banesh,
Present.
Candeloro,
Present.
Courts, Jones,
Present.
Leon,
Present.
Matthews,
Present.
McGray,
Present.
Nurse Medevra, Renda,
Present.
Neiva Gonzalez,
Present.
Simmons,
Present.
Teodorescu,
Present.
Varela,
Present.
Zivin,
Present.
Lipner,
Present.
45 out of 51.
Okay, hereby adjourn this meeting at 8:10 p.m. Get home safe, everyone.